Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MXGP 2020. We're going to be using Gautier Paulin and the Monster Energy Yamaha Factory MXGP bike right here in the MXGP of Spain. So starting as the back of the grid as always, but of course this is going to be the last spot of the grid because we don't necessarily have the traditional starts in MXGP compared to the likes of MotoGP and Ride 4. Gautier shakes his goggles and it is now time to race. Waiting for the grids to drop. Can we get a good start? That's not a bad start. That's pretty decent considering we're going to be on the right hand side, the outside of the track. We're going to try and cut in and go in between a couple of riders and get up on the inside. Already up to third place. A great start. Watch the barrier on the left hand side there as Clement Desal takes the whole shot in this GP of Spain. As bumped Glenn Coldenhoff there, giving him a bit of shove as we used him last time out on MXGP Monday just 1 week ago. As Cairoli! Good old Tony giving me a bump and a whack on the arm there. But I do recall, I think we bumped Gautier Paulin last time, so maybe it was a bit of revenge from the AI giving it back, giving what good it got, and giving it back harder and harder than ever. As Tony Cairoli jumps over the couple of jumps we have in front of us here. We're going to be trying to chase him down, but I gotta say, this was my very first experience with this track, the Xanadú. And I can honestly say I found this a very difficult track. The Arroyomolinos track is not for me. I'm not a particular fan, but I'll give it my best shot here today. This, at the time of the video, actually was my very first experience on board this track, and yeah, it's interesting. And I was quite enjoying using the Yamaha, but unfortunately, I didn't find that I could use everything in this particular track. I'm going to have to find a different track for the Yamaha to really thrive at, and for me to also thrive at. Probably something like Valkenswaard or Tischenthal. Pretty good tracks. One track I'm actually pretty bad at is Matterley Basin at home in England, which is unfortunate, because you know how I feel about those British tracks, especially when we're playing the likes of Ride 4 and even MotoGP with Silverstone. That's how that goes. But anyway, back to the action, because Tony Cairoli is in our sights. We are sort of closing in on him. Not quite there just yet, but we're getting closer and closer. There was a decent sort of exit into those couple of corners, and unfortunately we went over the berm there, which we lost as a bit of ground. But Cairoli is not too far away, and Clement Desal is having a good old ding-dong with Glenn Coldenhoff. Not sure who's going to come out as the victor on top of that battle, but I'm sure there's plenty of laps still to decide the winner and to decide the fate of Gautier Paulin and Cairoli, as Cairoli now closes in on Coldenhoff as we struggle to hook the bike up round that corner there. I did think about maybe going for an aggressive sort of input for the throttle, but unfortunately I just left it normal as it would stand, which is a good thing because of course you don't really make those mistakes into those corners because it's very easy to push the throttle as we go up the inside of Tony Cairoli. Glenn Coldenhoff's just ahead, and we get a bit of a berm. Oh, a scrub! Oh no! Oh, the scrub! Oh, the cockiness! Cockiness does not beget confidence. Damn it. So now it's back to fourth place. Thankfully we didn't lose too much ground there. MXGP is rather forgiving when it comes to the crashes. I guess it would make sense because in real life when you do crash on the gravel or the dirt, you can just literally chuck it back up and get back going. So I guess that's what we're doing here now with Gautier Paulin. Hopefully it didn't take too much of a bump, because especially on the old knees it would give a fair old whack, especially for that sort of crash. Half scrub and then a bump straight into the sand or the dirt of this one. Now the real MXGP, this track is way dirtier than it appears today, so hopefully they would make it a little bit darker next time perhaps. But I guess it does suit the GP of Spain somewhat. As we way overshot that one. Oh, completely overshot it. We've lost another position now to Jeremy Van Hoorbeek. At that moment though, a bit of a wheelie as well there. Not the best Grand Prix for us so far, but this is race 1 of race 2, so I'm sure we can catch up right now. As long as we're in still the top 5, the Grand Prix is still in reach. There's no reason we can't still win the Grand Prix after the results of race 1 and 2 have concluded. But right now we are concentrating on this race because Jeremy Van Hoorbeek is close, and so is Cairoli. That would be another 2 positions and would equally put us onto the podium, where we're always aiming to be. As we go for another little jump there. Not enough undulation in this track, in my opinion. I do like going up hills or down hills. I think that's what I found that was missing with this particular track. But of course, as far as it goes on the game. It's a good track. It's not something I'll pick to use often, but it's certainly not a bad track. It's just not one of my favourites, I would say, as we go around the outside of Jeremy Van Hoorbeek. That's good, as Clement de Salle starts us off with the final 2 laps of this race 1. Race one of 2 races here in Xanadú. Arroyomolinos, so the GP of Spain. You know, I had to practice the pronunciation of Arroyomolinos quite a few times just a moment ago. I think I'm nailing it now. At least I hope so. Let's flick it left. And I'm going over the mini tabletop section with Cairoli into the distance. We do seem to be losing a bit of ground. Oh, getting a bit out of shape there. Oh, Paulin. Oh, goodness me. What on earth happened then? Did I get bumped, or did I just completely make a hash of that one? As Jorge Prado and Jeffrey Hurlings are further ahead. Oh my goodness, contact with teammate Thomas there. Hopefully we can still continue to battle with him, or give him the middle finger and keep moving forward, because we want to chase down Prado and go up the inside of Prado. We didn't see that coming, and neither did you. Don't lie, you definitely didn't see that coming, did you? As now Jeffrey Hurlings is firmly in our sight as well. He's pushing too hard there, coming out of that corner. Got to be very careful as Tony Cairoli's. No, we've put too much throttle on. Oh my lord. This Grand Prix is really, really hotting up. It's getting difficult and more difficult as it goes on, because when you're in the situation like this and the other riders are passing you and they're bumping you, and it messes with your confidence, it messes with the timing, hence mistake as we go wide again. Oh, Thomas gets a huge bump there. I don't think he's impressed with that one, as though we tried to fight our teammate off. Thankfully we do end up getting past him. Careful of scrubbing here, remember. That didn't go too grand just a couple of laps ago when we decided to dump it there, as Thomas fights back once more. The Monster Energy teammate of mine shoving me into the air, and he pushes me off. Great stuff, Thomas. Thank you very much. You are a top teammate. You know, at this point I was thinking maybe I should just restart, but I'd be lying then if I then did really well on this Grand Prix, because this is the first impressions of this track, and I'm not trying to blag anyone. This is my first opinions, first experience here in this track, and yeah, it's tough. Very tough. It's not a track I would do predominantly well on. Oh my goodness, what is that? This one has just gone bad to worse. 14th place we're going to be battling for now, as Tim Geiser has also had a torrid race so far, and Mitchell Evans, not too grand for him either, as we now lost another place to Henry Jacobi. As we go over the jump, that's much better. I was going to say it's much better until we start almost face planted into the dirt there. But with this confidence building and the learning of the track, we will get better. And of course, race 2, which is not far away now, we will continue to push forward and see how well we do with that one. But 14th place so far is not what I would call a very successful outing. Quite in fact, it's quite the contrary. We only moved up by 6 positions, which I felt that we could do a lot better. And considering we raced predominantly in the top 5, this has got to be a disappointment. So I do apologise to all the aces for not getting this one right, but race 2, when that comes up, I will give it my best shot. As Jaskonis is trying to go through on Tim Geiser, which he does. Also, that berm there is rather annoying because it splits into 2. So if you're trying to go through a full berm, it does split, so then you get caught out and end up going through the middle. As Tim Geiser has lost that position actually to Jaskonis. Jaskonis took the mickey out of Geiser there and pinched his pockets. There it is, 13th place. Nothing to be proud of. So there are your results of race 1 of the GP of Spain. Clement de Salle, Cairoli, Coldenhoff, Boges, Van Hoorbeek, Prado, Hurlings, Jonas, Thomas and Febvre. As of course the race 1 results for the Grand Prix, which are going to be identical there because of course nothing else has changed. So once again, race 2, grab your drink, sit down and prepare for another Grand Prix, another battle for the finish. I hope we can be competing this time and hopefully do a lot better than the 13th position that we just managed to take. So waiting for the grids to drop again, we're going to start early. Oh, we bumped the grid! Oh, that's not good. We're meant to be starting better, not worse. Oh, up on the inside, Cairoli give him a massive bump there. Going up on the inside, Gautier Paulin takes the whole shot. That's not bad considering it was from 13th of the grid as we go wide there, and also bump the start, and hitting into the gate is not ideal, but it is what it is. But all that matters is currently we are leading this Grand Prix. Good to see. Now in the championship aspect, that wouldn't put us first. We'd still have to try and beat Cairoli and Clement de Sal, considering they are right behind me. We need them to drop a little bit further if we want to have a chance of winning this Grand Prix. But for winning the race, I'm sure we can do that from here. We're in the best possible position, so why not let it fly and give it our best shot. As we get ready to turn it right, careful of that split in the berm there, you see what I mean? Right in the middle. Annoying. As we now flick it left again, tight corner, a little bit of a burn there you can use to accelerate into the next corner. Be careful, of course, of this little jump, as that is not ideal. Do not try and cut a bit of the corner there, because you will see what happens there as Cairoli creates some good stuff from the Italian as he dives up at the inside of Gautier Paulin as we bump into the wall there. Hopefully we're still going to be leading, never mind, I spoke to earlier, as Cairoli goes up at the inside. We're going to fight back and get up at the inside of him, and now we are leading this Grand Prix. So we're break for another left-hander. Ollie right again, carefully going over that little bit of a bump there because it can throw you off. And of course again here on the left. Good stuff so far. Tight defensive lines. Guess you might be wondering why I'm doing that when there's only a minute and a half remaining and about 3 laps. But I'm trying to develop a bit of momentum, see where I'm stronger. See where I can hold off Cairoli if it comes down to that. As we go wide over the berm, we lost a lot of ground there to Cairoli. Tony is up on the attack already. As we'll continue to pursue the Italian. Well, fingers crossed we can stick with him. As Clement de Sal now fights back. What a brilliant move from de Sal. It certainly caught me off guard. As we'll flick it left once more. Good stuff so far with the left leg out. Trying to balance our way through these corners. Very difficult track. At least it is for me so far. You might be thinking, well, it's all flat. Should be relatively easy. But quite the contrary for Dr. Ace. As we'll continue to push forward on this Monster Energy Yamahas. What on earth was that? What the hell happened then? That is a huge mistake. My apologies. We lost seconds. So now it's going to be a pursuit of Clement de Sal, which will continue to push forward and hopefully chase down the man on the Kawasaki. As we flick it left again, aiming for that little bit of a berm, fire it out. Up underneath the signage. Continue to hold it left. Can we potentially close enough to have a go at Clement de Sal towards the tabletop part, maybe? Oh, brilliant. We've already got through. Watch out for the wall. Oh, goodness me, that was close. That was very, very close. As we'll continue to chase down de Sal, but de Sal's got it in the bag. I think he's going to get away from me here. Especially when we really struggle in these tighter corners. They seem to carry way more speed than Dr. Ace does. Oh, although Clement de Sal lost a bit of ground there. Onto the tabletop section. Keep pushing back on the analog sticks very gentle, so you don't either go forward or backwards too much. As Clement de Sal, we're getting bouncy on these sort of rumble strips. Well, there's not really rumble strips, but it's sort of an outside line to keep you in the track. As we, careful! And again, careful! Again, careful, my goodness. See, we're really feeling it now. We've got into the rhythm, we've got into the groove. There's a great opportunity for us to come up soon. I'm really feeling this now. Take a tighter line, and we crashed! Oh, bloody hell, as Brian Boge is almost decapitated. Gautier Paulin there, as Thomas, our teammate, is now ahead of us. I certainly don't want that to be in our future as we dive up at the inside of the Yamaha rider. Now we're quickly squeezing out our would-be attackers. Brilliant move so far. Going to keep pushing forward as Brian Boge is trying to defend, but it was not enough. It was certainly not sufficient to stop Dr. Ace. You know, an eager Dr. Ace is a difficult man to beat. I think Boge has just found that out as well. So we'll continue to push forward. We're giving everything we've got now, and I'm a little bit hesitant to continue to push because, of course, I've made too many mistakes in this Grand Prix so far. Race 1 and Race 2 included, just too many mistakes. It does happen, you know, of course, I am human, and MXGP is certainly not my strongest point, especially compared to the likes of Ride 4 and MotoGP 20. Well, hopefully we can transition from Ride 4 into MXGP 20 rather, and continue to improve and get better and better at this game. Of course, the fan base for MXGP 2020, of course, is not as large as Ride 4, so I don't know if they'll be doing any time trial challenges on this one, but of course, if you are interested in something like that, let me know, of course. And the best place to do that is let me know in the comments section down below, or if you're invited or joined into the Discord server. Of course, you're invited if you're a long-time subscriber. Oh my goodness, careful there, but if you're a subscriber and you are interested in joining the Discord server, that is the Discord server called Stay Ace. That is in the description box down below. You click that link and you can join in for all the fun. The only requirement is you have to have an account and it has to be a day old or something similar to that. Something like that anyway. Oh, a twitch on the bike there. And now we're off into the gravel. Where are we going? Come on. Get it together, Ace. Get it together, Paulin. Together we can surely at least hold on to third place. If we just hold on to third place, regardless whether we finish 13th in that first Grand Prix, I'm still going to say that's a decent performance considering this is a brand new track for me. It's a track I've never used before and this is only my second race. I can't be mad at that one. To take a podium in the second race, yeah, I call that a decent effort. A moral victory, if you will. As we practically came to a standstill there. That's not great. I tried to chuck in a bit of rear brake there and it just sort of slowed the bike down too much. It works for a lot of tight corners and I thought it would work for that one, but evidently it did not. It's always worth trying these things as we bump into the wall again. I'm going to have to be really careful on that one. I do feel like on these MXGP games and Ride 4, well, basically milestone games, you used to be able to go really close to other riders or walls and it wouldn't touch. Now the hitboxes just seem a little bit too large. Like in Ride 4 I've been bumped, gone into the replay and really done it frame by frame and it's actually nowhere near me. And when I go into MotoGP 18 and 19 I think, I'm not even sure about 20, but you can actually see that there's no gap. And you're very, very close to them and you can get through. But for some reason, MXGP 2020 suffers the same fate as what Ride 4 had, where there is a large hitbox. It's an invisible hitbox, let's say, that you can't even see when you hit them. So bear that in mind if you are racing online, that's what you have to sort of take into consideration. Of course, racing online can be tough, especially when you've got some would-be attackers that are just bloody lethal. Had that in the live stream just a couple of weeks ago. Of course, there will be another live stream coming up. I will inform you and let you know when it's going to happen. So stay tuned for more information. And I will let you know. But we are getting away from, I think, Brian Bose, who's still in 4th place. And we've actually gone into a little bit of a rhythm here. Still not really catching up to Paulin, or, excuse me, we are Paulin. But I don't think we're going to catch up to DeSalle or even Cairoli. But it's been a decent effort. And I'm proud of my performance here today. It's not too bad. Of course, way too many mistakes, but we shall learn from this. I am human after all. But I am very impressed to be playing MXGP 2020 once more. I do really love this game. And MXGP Mondays will continue. So that will conclude a very successful race to take 3rd place, even after crashing. So that is the results of Race 2 right here in Arroyomolinos, Spain. Tony Cairoli, Clement DeSalle, Gautier Paulin all take your 3 places. And then, of course, moving on to the Grand Prix results, Tony Cairoli, Clement DeSalle, and Jeremy Van Hoorbeek take the Grand Prix podium. So it wasn't the best result for us so far. We've had 7th place as a Grand Prix result. Not too bad. But also, guys, I've had a blast playing this again, so I hope you guys did too. And if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Upon that note, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Ciao for now. Oh, hi. Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now, with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.